Hey guys, welcome to episode 4 of the Joyride Podcast. We're so excited to be back. Another week of greatness and healthy conversations. How are you?
I'm very fine. I always look forward to the days where you're shooting and recording because, it's always exciting just doing the Joyride Podcast.
But you've spent like the better part of the morning trying to figure out how you look for this episode.
I'm always confused on shoot days, because I have to get an outfit.
You've tried on 5 different outfits.
Yeah, because I've tried out an outfit that I wore like a year ago and it couldn't even close the buttons.
So you had a moment of depression.
It's like, is this the time to start keto?
Anyway, fashionistas like us just take a minute and it comes to us. It really just comes to us.
But you've raised the standard so much on this show, Bana, because you look so
fly.
Yeah, you look
Always.
so fresh.
And I don't try. It's just a top and jeans.
Hey, Jesus
Not
Christ,
too much effort.
I don't know if
Just
selfie has
some light
filters
makeup.
Sophie needs to get me like good filters. I don't know because
Yeah.
I'm doing the bare minimum here.
It reminds me, let's just take a tangent. Was it Saturday that we were going for a wedding and I was so excited to see Ben because I left before him. Then Ben came because I was at my parents'. I was like, oh my God, we're going to go to a wedding. We're going to look cute. And I opened the window just to peep at the curtain to just peep at what Ben had worn. I was so...
No, that outfit was really
I wanted to use a bad word that might get me trolled.
That outfit was really good.
It was not.
Complimented me.
I was like...
Are you trying to say that all those people who complimented me have something wrong with them?
Yeah. I actually called my sister and I was like,
No.
Sioni nikienda anywhere now.
I think I will put pictures over here.
It was a really bad outfit.
Some people even thought Nasimamia.
He was really bad. But anyway, we move and we learn. Yeah. I'm happy to be doing this again. What's happening tomorrow?
Today is the 13th. Now, tomorrow we'll be at MKU for the Joyride Campus Workshop.
Yeah.
And it's going to be crazy because we already did JQuat and JQuat was lit. A lot of guys showed love, created content to Dairyland products. Sasa sijui MKU what we should expect from you guys.
Buy imeshasetiwa.
The buy is already too high. So MKU, and I know MKU won't let us down because we've done a gig at MKU before.
Yeah, KTN.
It was madness. It was lit. Guys stayed there until like 1 a.m. So this time around, we're not going to keep you for long, but it's going to be very, very heavy. So MKU, Dheka 237. Tunakuja huko very fast tomorrow. For more time.
From 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. We're going to be at the MKU Arena Hall. Remember to continue creating content using any Dairyland product. Post it on your socials for a chance to win the Content Creator Toolkit by Dairyland and Joyride. What does the Content Creator Toolkit have?
The Content Creator Toolkit has lights. That's number 1.
A ring light.
It has a ring light.
Yeah. What else does it have, Ben? Tell me more.
I'm forgetting the name of that thing.
A gimbal.
A gimbal. That's a very hard name to remember,
What else does it have, Ben?
It has a gimbal. It has the ring light. And it has 3 things. What's the other one? Is it a stand?
No, microphones.
It has a microphone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So those 3 things, and we're going to be giving 1 in each university.
Yes, and we already gave out in JQuat, and now MKU, we are coming to you. So keep creating the content, tag us, and use the hashtag Joyriding with Dairyland.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then, what else? On 3rd of December, the Joyride Live Experience is going to be happening in the cinema. And this time it's going to be heavy and heavier. Because on top of the live experience, we're dropping the Joyride EP officially on that day. And here's the interesting part. Wanjiru is part of those songs.
I guess you'll just have to wait
why are you hiding this career?
Just make it to December 3rd for you to listen.
Wanjiru for the first time is going to be part of a musical project. Unfortunately, she's going to be singing in Kikuyu. That's her niche. River Road, Ndani.
Me and Shiro are GP.
Yeah, in fact, on that day, maybe are you going to be selling CDs? In fact, not CDs, VCDs, video CDs.
Yes,
so 3rd December is it's gonna be big. It's gonna be going down, and we also want to know from you what Dairyland product do you want to sample on that day?
Yeah,
like, Joyride live experience is gonna take it to the next level. So just tell us what Dairyland product you want to sample on that day, and I'll make a few calls.
Yeah, and also remember for this remaining campuses, MKU, KU, and USIU, there's a link in the description box. Remember to register using that link.
Yes.
Shall we go to today's episode? Oh, we should read some comments.
Very important to register on that link.
Yeah.
Please.
Let's read some comments from the religion episode.
Yeah, I think you do.
No. Last week's comments for the whatever. the episode 1. Anyway, someone is saying loved it. I enjoyed the conversation.
Which episode are you
religion,
doing?
the religion
episode, okay.
I loved it. I enjoyed the conversation, and I'm always inspired by both your walks with Christ. Wishing you nothing but God's blessings. Thank you. Wanjiru is always serving looks. She just embodies classiness. We love you. Thank you, Rachel.
They can't even talk about the other guy.
The other guy who's usually here.
Yeah.
Wanjiru, you look so damn beautiful, babes. I love such type of conversations. Keep up, Joyride. Do you think I'll only read comments with compliments for me? Maybe.
I think you should read all of them.
Yeah.
You know?
Someone is saying nothing puts a smile on my face like a notification of a video from Joyride. You're my power couple. Thank you. You guys are such a vibe. It's never boring over here. Thank you. Someone is saying this is our Ben, the fun, easygoing, likable Ben, not the last episode Ben with you know who. I really don't understand this one. Yeah, because I responded to that comment.
You did?
Yeah. I'm trying to I want to interact with our people on the comment section. I told them, if you know the real Ben Vizuri, you know that every episode has a real Ben. Thanks for watching as always.
So guys felt like I wasn't the real Ben on the therapist. Because Leon on a therapist, they were like, this guy, I know this guy.
I think maybe Leono mekaliwa sana. I don't know.
Wait, with the therapist?
Imagine.
I felt like it was such a good conversation. I was so calm, collected.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's what it is. Someone is saying Ben's humor rubbing off on Wanjiru. I don't know. I was always a funny one. I've always been the funny one. I just hide my humor.
Now they're going to hear your voice singing.
Anyway, but those are just some of the comments. Do you have some that you want to read? I'm
trying to look at a comment that's not necessarily like the most positive, just to bring negative.
Oh, there's one. Okay.
Sure.
Someone who says not educative, not informative. Yeah, something like that.
The youth is so angry. What have we done?
Not informative, not educative.
The pumpkin spice tone is so pretty on Wanjiru. Your ding though ni very unnecessary. Hey, imeanza vizuri. It started really well. The pumpkin spice tone is very pretty on Wanjiru. I thought this is a compliment, to be honest.
No, I think it's the color of my dress that they're saying was beautiful. Thank you. All right.
I think we've done everything that we're supposed to do.
Yeah. We get into
I still emphasize on the link for registration for the various campuses. The remaining 2 campuses, which is 3, because it's MKU and the other 2.
Yeah.
You need to register
KU and USIU
for those creative workshops. We're gonna have police.
We're not going to have police. Like, stop scaring people. Anyway, can we get into today's episode?
Yes, sir.
Shall we talk about growth today?
So is that what we're talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. What is growth to you first before we pick the questions?
What?
Is growth?
I think growth is moving from one level to another level.
Wow.
Yeah, that sounds deep, right?
That's really
write
deep.
that down. Yeah. Surely you just can't be skipping ads.
No.
Yeah.
I think it's the same for me. Just like that transition from one level to another. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah,
today I highly suggest you also get your own points because you're just echoing. And I remember when we did the World Podcast Day at the training, we had a training. It's called
the Q&A.
Yes, where this place, the place that was up, Unseen Nairobi by Radio 254. It was a really nice place. All you're just saying, just to echo what he has said, just to echo. So
how was it like that?
Let me just enjoy my Dairyland.
Okay.
Keep a snack.
I actually got question 1.
Okay.
Do you think you're pushing yourself to your limit to grow and achieve the things you want to achieve mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually? Or what do you think is stopping you, inhibiting you from growing to your maximum potential? It's wholesome. So, are you pushing yourself to achieve the things you want to achieve mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually?
I'm trying. But of course, the usual obstacles, climate change, drought, political instability, they're making it very hard for me to do all that. For what area
exactly? Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually?
Let's break it down. Let's start with
mentally.
Physically. How am I? We're going step by step. So how am I trying to improve myself mentally? I'm trying to call myself out on different traits that are not serving me anymore. It's shocking. Imagine I wish you would learn from me. That? If you would learn from me, we'd have a very peaceful marriage.
Rich of you to assume we are not having a peaceful marriage.
We do have a peaceful. Okay.
And to put it on the internet, no. Okay. And you know who will be blamed for non-peaceful marriage.
Of course, it's like a sarcastic joke, but I'm really working on myself. I'm trying to drop some traits that no longer serve me. And I
Give
think
us an example of that trait.
we tackled that on the toxic trait. And we're going to leave a link on the description so that you go check out that full episode so that you can see some of the traits that I'm trying to let go of. So that's mentally. Let's go to
Physically.
physically. Yes, I've been trying to work out. In fact, I'm part of the 90 days challenge with Shiv. Safe to say I've skipped 2 weeks.
Shiv, I'm so sorry.
You never even started.
I started. I did start.
That thing that you did over here.
You shouting.
Oh my goodness. You didn't
First
start.
of all, I am responsible for my own physical health.
And I'm responsible for being accountable.
And I'm taking charge of my own physical health.
So yes, there's that physical. I'm really trying to improve my.
It's really how you started saying, I'm part of the 90-day challenge with Shiv.
Yeah, I really started with psych. I would even comment on, yes, I love this. Now I need to go back. So, and I'm actually gonna do it today. So there's that. I'm trying to really do the physical workouts and all, just to stay fit. There's another one which you've said.
Emotionally, spiritually.
Emotional is not mental.
Okay, you could.
Yeah, emotional and mental, they go together. Spiritual, I'm also trying to connect with God more. I feel like I've been slacking, especially with in like a prayer department. No, I think you can say it. I think you can say it. No. It's not because of that. But I'm just trying to pray more. I realize that because of how busy sometimes I get, I tend to just pray in Kiokwa traffic.
The other day, Ben told me, I never thought I'd be those people. Ningebarikiwa alafu nisahau Mungu wangu. I've got to go back to my God.
No, it's not like I don't think I'm where I want to be, so I'm trying to pray more. In fact, I was very inspired the other day when we were with Saddam. Saddam is a friend of ours.
Yeah.
And he was telling me that he wakes up at 5:30 every single day to pray. And he has to do that 5 times a day. And I was like, I sometimes pray when maybe you're about to get into a meeting, like, Father God, forgive me of my sins, just in case you die so that you go to heaven. Forgive me of my sins and bless me, That's very casual. So I'm trying to improve all areas of my life, but it's a struggle.
Yeah.
What about you? I want to hear your journey of growth.
I think I'm focusing more on mental and emotional right now because I'm very keen on that. Physical, at least my heart is willing. I genuinely am always willing, but there's a disconnect between my soul's willingness and reality.
I mean, I'm a testimony to that because there are days you come and tell me, you know what, baby, this month we're not having red meat. And you're like, okay, I'll just go with the flow. We start with chicken, we do fish. Then day 3, you're like, wacha tununue mince meat. And then the next day we go back to nyama choma. Like, that has just gone. But really, it's the willingness because I think September was supposed to be no red meat.
Yeah.
How did that go?
It went really well. We had more chicken and fish.
That's not true.
We didn't get it all the way, but at least we tried. And now I'm not taking a lot of carbs.
It started from, you're not taking carbs. You even told me you're doing keto.
We are doing keto.
I never agreed to that pact.
You and I, you know the people I'm doing keto with.
Yeah. And all of you have been struggling. I saw one of your members, one of your keto group, support group, having chapati. And, she was very unapologetic. Chapati and rice. Can you imagine that? That's blasphemy in the keto world.
I don't like being shamed. The areas that I'm struggling in are physical and spiritually.
Oh.
Yeah. No, spiritually not so much. I know I could do more, but I think I have that. It's not as bad as physical.
I'm not judging you, but if you say you're not
I dare you to judge
me. If you're not doing badly spiritually and I'm doing better than you, anyway, I don't want to judge you.
Just take the next question.
I think you need to explain to guys what that is because it looks fancy and guys are just saying me eat that stuff.
It's a biscuit snack with chocolate.
What's that?
A biscuit snack with chocolate. We're going to have it at MKU tomorrow.
Biscuit snack. Looks like a... So that's the snack and then you dip inside the chocolate. Sugar is what you're having. So for this question, your answer cannot be, I don't regret anything in life. What is a life experience that you wish you had taken more seriously and deliberately that would have led to some kind of growth that you now know that you would have benefited from?
So I didn't make that decision?
Yes, you didn't make that decision and now you're suffering. Or rather, you would have been better placed.
Which one is that for you?
No, let's start with you and then
I need some time to think about it.
Me too.
Okay, good.
You start.
I can't think of any right now. What decision?
What life experience do you wish you had taken more seriously and deliberately that would have led to some kind of growth that you now know that would have benefited from?
I think I eventually made the decision, but it took some time to do it. And I think it's getting married. I wish I'd have done it maybe like a year earlier or a couple of years earlier, because I was settled on you. I had so many fear things that I was afraid of in my mind. It wasn't even reality. And I think that if the kind of growth I've experienced, the positive growth I've experienced after getting married, also the money that has come with it, I would have done it earlier.
So you're thanking God for a rich husband? Come on.
The money is not only coming from you. What about you?
What's the one thing that I wish I would have taken more seriously and deliberately? I think I should have just been more physically fit earlier. I don't think I'd be struggling the way.
But you're not physically fit now.
I am physically fit now.
No, you're not.
I am physically fit. I'm the one who carries everything up the stairs.
That doesn't mean you're physically fit.
What?
Okay.
You can't even do it third floor with shopping. You be without kunok huko, just asking them if they can let you in for the night. You'll continue the journey tomorrow morning. I think I wish I would have taken it a bit more seriously. I never worked out in my life at all. When I was in high school, never, because I was also a cop. So there are no times we're not allowed to. We can't run. We can't do press ups because you're not in trouble. And in all the sports teams, in all the sports groups that I was in, I was the first aider. The only time I'd run is maybe when like somebody has fainted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I haven't finished.
Okay.
Do you think it's possible? Do you think that it's possible to live a life without regrets?
I think it's how you choose to view those regrets, so to speak. Because I don't, like, you see that thing I'm saying, like, I wish maybe we would have gotten married sooner.
Yeah.
It's not something that I regret.
Yeah.
I mean, it served its purpose. It's out of that kind of like time period that I decided, okay, let me just start therapy maybe.
Yeah.
And that has become something very instrumental. So it's how you choose to look at it.
Okay.
You?
Not really, because of also my faith and my beliefs. They just show me that everything happens for a reason, and everything works for your own good eventually. Yeah. So even if it's a mistake that you made, or even if it's a problem you've had in life, and if it's an addiction you've been having in your life, eventually that's always God always turns it around to use it for something positive in your life. That's how beautiful God is. Do you think that accepting life and the outcome of your decisions means that you're living a life without regrets? Is it possible to regret things and still accept them?
What's your answer?
I also need to read it twice the same way as you.
Sorry.
Yeah. Do you think that accepting life and the outcome of your decisions means that you live a life without regrets? Yes. I think when you accept, you live without regret. If you don't accept, that's a regret.
Do you think that accepting life and the outcome of your decisions means that you live a life without regret? I think so. And is it possible to regret things and still accept them? I think so too.
So you think everything there is okay?
see, that's my answer.
So all of them are right?
I think it's possible to regret and still accept that's life.
I think if you accept, you stop regretting, because regret is feeling bad about something you wish you would have done better. It's the bad feeling. So if you choose to accept it, then that means you can let it go. You can accept, especially things that you can't change, which is
that you can't control,
the past, all of it.
Yeah. If you don't achieve your potential, do you think you will forgive yourself? Like if you're not able to be like this grand artist that you want to be, do you think you'll forgive yourself?
No, I can't forgive myself.
Really?
No. I always feel like I need to give everything 100%.
And if you don't achieve it,
you beat yourself up. Yes, if I have like 4 things that I'm doing in my life and 3 of them work and 1 of them doesn't work, I'll feel very bad about this one that hasn't worked. It's also something I need to change the way I view it.
It's so interesting because like when I'm in that phase of like when I'm in that place where I'm beating myself up because like right now like when Joyride and everything else is working, I'm so mad at myself about Maua. But you're the one who keeps on encouraging me. Yeah. But it's funny that you struggle with the same thing.
It's because you really like coming for yourself.
Even you.
I will feel bad about it, but I will not come for myself. I'm very gracious to myself.
Actually, you might think you are, but look at you. You did Asante, right?
Yeah.
And you did the lyric video and it did so well.
Yeah.
But you're beating yourself up because the video, in your eyes, did not do so well. So how are you giving yourself grace?
Now, guys, do you want to watch that video? This is the perfect time to shamelessly plug it again.
I think that's something we need to work on. I think we're both very hard on ourselves.
Yeah, because I expect excellence in everything. So if I'm falling short in one area, it affects the way I view myself.
In totality.
Yeah, in totality.
So even you, Joyride, can be working, but as long as music is not working,
oh, definitely,
you're not doing
that's a struggle. That's a bad thing.
Do you think I'll forgive you?
Yeah, I know you will.
Yeah.
You're gracious.
Do I think you'll forgive me? I think so.
Yeah.
I think you don't even care. You're like, as long as you're happy.
No. I do care. Stop portraying me like I don't care. Let me take the big ones. Hiya. If you could redo your journey to adulthood, would you change anything?
I would change the view I have on myself. Like the pressure I put on myself. Same thing as the last question that we've answered. Like the pressure I have on myself to always be the best, or like I have to achieve like this worldly standards.
Yeah.
No, I mean these grand standards that they're not even achievable in like the next maybe 2 days.
Yeah.
But in me, I want to achieve them in hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you could redo your journey to adulthood, would you change anything? The one thing I'd change in my journey is that I'd stop worrying about things that I can't control. I've always been like a control freak. Did somebody DM you that?
That I'm a control freak.
That I'm the one who I'm a control freak?
No, they were saying about me.
Oh, you are a control freak.
Yeah, they were saying, Wanjiru, you're a controlling freak. Oh. It's not even you're a control freak. You're a controlling freak.
The controlling changes everything.
Yeah, it's not even like you're a control freak.
Control freak is a bit subtle.
And it also could mean like in other facets of your life. I feel like about
but
my work.
You're a controlling freak.
Yeah.
Like you're controlling and you're a freak.
But they're blocked.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Me, you can't give me stress. You can't come to see me.
Oh my God. If there was, so I was very pegged on things that I can't control, always wondering, now will I ever like make a career out of this? Will I ever be able to pay rent? Remember when we were looking for this house and we came here and we were told the money and then I think it was 2-month deposit. I was like, here, itatoka wapi, and in the meantime, we're just like, yeah, just take it. Yeah, we're going to come pay for it,
Yeah.
But eventually you start, it's just, life has a way of opening up at some point and God just releases things. But before you get there, sometimes you might be so stressed. And so I wish at that point I would not be so worried about things that I can't control. Or the reception from the fans. So sometimes we do a song and then it just goes south. And you're like, man, I lost my mojo. And that is just 2 years into your craft. But that's you.
Like even now you struggle a bit with that.
Partly, yeah. Do you think there's specific points in your life that you grew up too fast?
I can't think of any. I think I've had my time with
growth.
No, like are there specific areas in your life you feel like you grew up too fast?
No, specific points in your life. So like, let's say, primary, high school.
I don't think so. I would have said maybe going to boarding too early, but
you went to boarding. When did you go to boarding?
Class 7.
What?
I don't think that was too early.
That's super early.
Someone was telling me I ended class 4.
What? People go to boarding in primary school?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't go?
Oh, never, man.
But I don't think...
But I always desired going to boarding in primary because they scares you guys do wake up, they shower.
It depends on the quality of the boarding school that you went to.
Oh, which boarding school did you go to?
I don't want to mention the name.
Until they pay?
No, like just out of choice.
Oh, okay.
But I went to... I don't know if that's... I was forced. Maybe
but it was a bougie school.
It was... Yeah.
It was bougie, right?
We used to have night outs.
What were night outs?
I think if I'm not wrong, every weekend, every last weekend of every month, you could go home.
Oh, for real? Was it in Nairobi? Oh, wow. You guys
it was Nairobi Metropolitan.
Okay.
But yeah, I think maybe that growing up, I was forced to like sort of like take care of, even though it was like a very guarded school.
Yeah.
You're almost by yourself. Yeah. Okay. Class 7, you're what, 12?
Class 7, you are 13.
I was 12.
Oh yeah, you went to school early. You could touch your ear quickly.
So that means I could go to school.
Yeah, like so for those who don't understand is that in our times times. Like Jesus. So one of the conditions to joining, especially public schools, was if you could touch your ear, if you could just put your hand like this across your head and touch your ear, and that means you are ready for class one, standard one. Yeah,
I think that would be that. Yeah, you're forced to be like by yourself. You?
I think maybe in my primary school days, because was most of the times we never used to have like a house girl, so I was the one doing that house girl job. And that means also taking care of my small bro sometimes. That's why sometimes unamkula mangumi akikaa ni kama kujirite. Like we used to fight as brothers for a very long time. And then, so I think, at that point, because now I'd have to go to school, come back early, wash your own clothes, plan yourself. That's why I'm very organized.
Now that we speak about it, I think I've lived a very privileged life.
You're very privileged.
A very privileged life. Yeah. And it's not lost on
Night outs, good times, poems from teachers.
It wasn't poems from teachers.
Yeah.
But I guess that was Yeah,
thank God.
I do.
We've had it tough in the streets.
Okay.
We've had it really tough in the streets.
When it comes to growth and keeping your partner accountable, do you think it is an effort towards growth that counts or the result of the growth? Do you think it's the everyday progress or it's as long as it's done?
I don't understand that question.
All right. When it comes to growth and you keeping me accountable, does it matter? Is it, what matters to you more? The fact that I'm making daily steps or the fact that I have done it?
The fact that you're making daily steps.
Okay.
Because the daily steps is what culminates to the big steps.
The big step.
I mean, that's all I was saying as this year was starting after I read Atomic Habits. I felt like the biggest professor of this generation. I was like,
and you didn't even finish it.
I was like, I'm a reader, you know? I even had like...
I remember you posting it and I was like, if only these people on Instagram knew the big scam that this guy is.
No, I'm not a scam. What do you mean? Unaniharibia CV in these streets. Guys,
ulimaliza your book?
Yes, Atomic Habits.
Imeandikwa na nani?
What's his name? I've forgotten his name.
Now why you put it? Your book
You know, I remember reading Atomic Habits, and then we had like Instagram stores wanting to send me books every month. I was like, I'm a reader. Yeah.
I think for me, it's the effort that you have towards growth.
Yeah.
That counts, like those everyday steps. But also the result is equally important.
Yeah.
But it's the daily steps are more important.
Yeah. But you really are an A material, Shiro. And I'm not saying this for hype. Because
would you say that?
You wake up every day at at around 6. You start your work so early. You make sure you finish your work every day.
The fact that you're not able to do that, it really is. It's been an adjustment for me.
What?
I'm judging you.
No, I mean, we all work differently.
When I live in bed, I'm judging you.
We all work differently.
But I'm learning to be a better human being
I come to bed later than you, way later than you.
Let me even tell you. Let me let you in on something. I've been judging you this whole morning.
Because you woke up at 6?
No, I woke up. I was able to do all my posts on time. I was able to post, like for guys sign up for this campus, blah blah blah. You woke up, just like
where's your reel for yesterday?
In your fashion.
Where is your reel for now? Because you're doing this and Barack is watching. Where is your reel for yesterday?
There was no reel for yesterday.
But we were out and about doing stuff. Oh, you're stammering.
I'm just saying,
but
I'm learning to let you do as long as you get it done in your way.
Question 12. In your experience through the Joyride, lots of people have commented on your relationship and given opinion on what you think you ought to be or not, or ought not to be.
Facts.
Ben, is there one thing you think the general society should grow from?
What do you think? Oh, this is your time. Shine, Ben. Here's the camera. No, interview SPM.
No. That's not even the answer.
What's the answer?
Is there one thing that you think the general society should grow from? I think the general society should grow from the idea that your way is the only right way of life. The world is so big, and you have people who have very different cultures, like from Spain to Iceland to Australia to South Africa to Kimende to Njambini. So the problem with a lot of people in our society is that we tend to think because this is how I do things, then if there's anyone else who comes and does them different, then they are totally wrong. And
I need to tell them.
And I need to give them a piece of my mind, Yeah. And in as much as we feel like we live in a very woke society, or people have become very woke, people are still very reserved. and their opinions are still highly expressed through the different social platforms.
And to add to what Ben was saying, I think if you've ever been keen on how the structure of the Joyride is, we give our own experiences. So we don't come and tell you, go make sure your man and wears clothes from the hanging line. That's how you will get a marriage like ours. We share our experiences and we leave it at that. If it works for you, great. If it doesn't, it's also great. So sometimes it confuses me when people come on the comment section and they have a problem with how we choose to live our lives, and also like how we choose to do things in our marriage. Yeah. So for me, it's always important that as long as Ben is happy, then the rest is just additions. The rest are just additional feedback.
Yes, and I wish we would just be more accommodative of people as well. And this is also to the religious folks, because I'm like a Christian as well. And from where we come from, or how we are brought up, is that we are not so highly accommodative of people.
We actually touched on that in the religion episode.
Yeah, of people who are not the same way. And it's not just Christianity. It's across all religions. It's across the whole society, different tribes, different races. People are just, we're just weird, man.
I think something else I would want the general society to grow from is to allow people to be their truest selves without wanting to box them. So it would be like, if I have the label, and it ties back to what we're saying, if I have the label of a wife, then there's a certain guidebook that I should follow. And if I don't follow that guidebook, then I'm not wife enough. If you don't follow this certain guidebook that people have created for themselves, then you're not a husband enough, or you're not man enough. And I feel like you decide what you want to be. You decide the kind of man you want to be, and I decide the kind of woman I want to be. Yeah. And there's no guidebook, there's no rule book as to what that should look like.
Yes. But also, as we were discussing this the other day with somebody, we were saying that the reason why also people tend to cling on to certain people, the reason why people cling on to opinions mostly sometimes on social media, even if it's not necessarily right, is that a lot of people have also grown up without guidance, or without like father figures in their life, or just somebody to give them the way, or to show them how things are supposed to be done. So after they've gone through life alone, and then they find somebody who seems like they're speaking with what they might agree with, then this person subscribes to this person for like even for life, man. Yeah. So I think we have a responsibility in bringing up the other generation. That means we don't advocate for deadbeats at all.
Okay.
Yeah, that went south.
I was like, all right. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable equals to growth. Discomfort is a catalyst for growth. Do you agree with this statement? That as long as there's discomfort, then there's growth.
Yeah.
Or as long as there's discomfort, then that kind of spurs growth.
Growth comes with a lot of discomfort, man. In fact, the gym is the perfect example. It's so annoying. It is so annoying doing those things.
And it's so uncomfortable.
You feel like crying. But what's the worst part of working out, by the way? Is it before you start, after you start, or the part where you just never show up at all, where you don't care?
I don't know. I think it's the starting and being consistent in whatever. For me. For you?
It's the starting, definitely, like doing the first move.
You get the momentum.
You have to force yourself, because you'll only feel good after. Before you know, you won't feel any better. You know, the first time we started doing workouts with Wanjiru, you did like one push-up and you said, you know what? I'm just going to cut down on sugar. It's like, wow, we have a scientist. She's figured it all out.
It's really how you're using my examples of the gym. So annoying.
Because you've not grown at all in that department.
Let it be my story to tell, Ben.
No. There's no me here.
Yeah. So?
Yeah, I've said it.
For you?
Growth comes with discomfort. If you feel uncomfortable doing some things and you keep pushing yourself to doing those things, then eventually you'll grow. You become a better person.
And in our relationship? Discomfort as a catalyst for growth?
Yeah. Communication and communicating every feeling that you're feeling. I hate that stuff, man. Like,
hate is a strong word, Ben.
Dislike. Yeah. Dislike that thing. Like, so just let learning. It go. So wacha tu ishie your story chini ya maji. We go with life. We go with the wind.
Yeah. I think for me, one way I've realized, especially as an individual, has been the power of vulnerability, because the Joyride has forced me to open up so much.
But you've come a long way.
And that has come with a lot of positive and a lot of also negative.
Yeah.
But within all that murkiness, I have seen a lot of growth in me. Yeah.
In fact, maybe I can throw a question to the guys who are watching. What are some of the areas that you have grown?
Yeah.
What are some of the areas in your life in which you've grown? Please leave them on the comment section so that we know we're together in this. As also, we want to know the areas where you've wanted to grow, but you've never grown and you're always stuck.
There's even a question here. What was the last thing that you did that was uncomfortable that is leading you to growth? I think doing this podcast for me.
Oh, it's uncomfortable.
It's every day opening yourself up. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Okay, but you're doing well.
Yeah, thank you. affirming me.
Affirmations. The one thing
the last thing that you did that was so uncomfortable that has led you to growth.
That was the last thing that I did that was so uncomfortable. That
can I say for you?
Yeah.
And then maybe you can say for me as well.
Yeah.
It might not be the last thing, but it's the one thing that comes to mind. I think changing your whole musical sound.
Oh yeah, that was
very
uncomfortable
for you because you had to find new producers, a new producer that you had never worked with. You had to ask for help in terms of writing.
Yeah.
It was a whole uncomfortable thing, but it has led to such beautiful growth.
Yeah, and even choosing to risk losing the other audience that you had before. I knew that I was not gonna have them because I still meet a lot of my old fans. And they still tell me, hey Ben maze, ujatoa song, kwani ulipotelea wapi?
You're like, nilitoa.
Huyu nitapiga hedi huyu. Huyu nitapiga hedi, you know, because the song. Nishikilieni please, because we just dropped a song like maybe 2 weeks before they tell you that. Yeah.
For me, what was the last uncomfortable thing that I've done? In your opinion?
The last uncomfortable thing that you've done is to pick up maua every time it crumbles.
Wow, Ben. Those are a lot of times.
Yeah, because kitambo or years back when we do something, when you do something and then it stalls or something,
I would leave it.
You just quit it. You shelve
on the
it.
roadside. I don't want to see it.
And you continue with your life as you search for a softer life. But now I see you facing some of these challenges head on, you know. I see tailors doing the thing because, you know, tailors have to do the thing, you know. It's their MO. Tailors, video editors, who else? Who else do we need to put here? Sometimes producers, but producers not so much.
Yeah.
Those ones can give you a high blood pressure. So I see some of the struggles that you go through and you still come back and pick them up and I'm like,
I think Mawa is also something that has really pushed me. One day I'll write a story about it.
Yeah, please. Yeah. An author.
Okay. If you had to make a choice between growth and financial success, what do you think your partner would want you to choose? What do you think I would want to choose?
This is like that question for if you want to have $1 million or dinner with Jay-Z.
Which one do you choose?
Of course, $1 million. You know?
What will Jay-Z help me with?
Jay-Z ako hapo tu anani lecture kwa sababu of not taking the $1 million, you know. I think I would be just being honest.
Yeah.
Financial success. Because then I can grow in. I can just hire specialists in all these other areas. You're here for spiritual, yeah? You're a priest, eh? Why don't you close the church or else, I don't know. Just something like that, you know? Yeah. I take financial growth.
Okay.
What would you guys take? Growth or financial success? It's like money or the box.
No, they're together.
They're joined, huh? It's such a long one. I think you should take it. Okay, let me just take it.
You can do it, Ben.
In your experience, do you think that growth is critical and important to achieve in life? Do you think growth is critical and important to achieve in life?
I think so.
Do you have relationships with friends you've left behind because of lack of growth?
You have a book to write about this one, dear.
I think growth is very critical and important to achieve in life because if you're not growing, most probably you're stalling or dying. So this is also for creators. You need to get to a place where your content goes to the next level, or your music or your fashion, or just even you as a person, you need to go to the next level. You can't be holding on to the same beliefs that you held on while you're in Form 2, you know, like...
Or when you were starting out.
When you're starting out, I think and somebody was saying this, that we need to give people the benefit of doubt to change their mind. You know, like, and it's okay to change your mind. You don't have to die on a hill because you believed in something for a long time.
Yeah.
Things change. The world is changing.
Even that comes with beliefs. Like some things that maybe you believed when you were younger, or when you were just a uni person, are not the same beliefs that you hold right now. Definitely. And you should be allowed that BOD to change your mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yes, I think growth is important and it's critical. Do you have friends that you've left behind because of lack of growth? A lot of them. And in fact, I never used to know that you can also mourn the death of friendships. Not a friend, not a person, but it's like when you have to let a certain friendship go, you have to just feel bad about it.
And it's because of growth?
It's like because of growth. I always used to feel bad about it. I used to feel like maybe sasa nimeanza kusahau watu, nimeanza kulenga wase, but we are not meeting in the same. We are not. We don't have anything in common with some of these guys. And as much as I'd want to keep dragging a lot of people, maybe I'm also annoying them in a certain way. So yes, I've had to leave so many friendships because of that. Sorry guys. I mean, I had to do what I had to do, you know.
Yeah.
Sure, they subscribe. In your experience, are there partners in your experience, are there partners you've left behind because of lack of growth?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, for real?
Like this. Like,
give us the story.
No, there's no specific story like until something happened, but I knew it wasn't going to grow into anything. And like even you as an individual, the things you were telling me you want to do, kuna vile hazikuwa zina.
So were you telling them at that time?
No, of course not. But
so you just listen to them like, yes, baby, yes, that's what we're gonna do. Then when you get home, block, delete.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, interesting.
You?
Yeah, I mean, especially before I went to like high school. So like there were chicks at
high school.
So you just wait. Why are you in such a rush?
When you used to date?
You never had people like class 8, after class 8.
Okay.
You didn't date anybody class 8? Before, you know, at that time is also when boys get circumcised. Most boys in Kenya. So that period, kuna hiyo peer pressure sana. Mna insaitiana, mna chochana, you know, you need to get a girl. So I used to hit on this chick in those days. Then I went to high school. I met others who are, you know, way work and way more fun and interesting. And
you were like,
I was like, I'm sorry, sis, maybe we need to review that contract. The termination clause, you know.
It's not working anymore for me.
And move out. So yeah, that's the one time I can remember I left out a partner because they were not on the same level of growth.
But that was a kid.
I think also emotionally, there are some relationships I've been in that were so heavy, like they were so demanding emotionally. You know, like when I tell you demanding, I'm talking about you'd cancel a whole day to deal with a certain crisis. You know, and that to me was
you know, Ben, you know how na time you have to cover yourself.
That was too chaotic, and I did that for years until I was like, you know what, I'm not a therapist. I've tried to Google some things. I've tried YouTube. You should have looked at my search history, you know. It's like how to help somebody. In your experience, have you been dumped or left behind because of lack of growth?
But now I can't know because I wasn't told the reason. Same way I didn't give the reason.
Oh, you never used to have like an evaluation?
No. Did you used to have an evaluation?
Meeting?
Have you been dumped?
Dumped, of course, a lot of times.
Because there was no growth in.
Well, they never told me. Maybe
financial.
Maybe now because we've all moved on, they can just tell
financial
me.
Financial growth.
Maybe, yeah. When in hindsight, you know, that broke was very unusual. You know,
you unusually broke.
It's like, hey, Miss Weza na Baba, of course, in a younger way. Like huyo ataniletea laana, you know. So I think there's
unusually broke.
Yeah, I think there's some people who've dumped me because of lack of growth as well.
Financially,
mostly financial.
Did you consider your partner's potential when deciding to commit the rest of your life with them? Absolutely.
Yeah, I knew you're like a cash cow. I knew this one. I will milk money out of her.
I think so for you too. I think I've always seen your potential, and you know that
in growth, eh?
No, in every area.
Okay.
Even physical. I still believe in you.
Okay.
Even as you...
You take the big one. Let me take the small one. Guys, we're about to come to the end of the questions, man. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Let us know in the comment section. If you've not subscribed, at this point, you should also grow as a viewer. and say that maybe I'm tired of just watching without subscribing, you know? Grow. Do you think every relationship you are in grew you? Definitely no.
Yeah, me too.
Not all
there were some that were just a waste of time. Like there was nothing we did. There was nothing substantial I got out of it. Waste of my time.
Waste of my damn time.
Waste of my
I remember you
absolute
telling
time.
me you would actually charge them.
I told you Mariah Carey. Wasn't there a story like that? That Mariah Carey sued someone?
For wasting their
Or
time.
something like that. Might not be her.
You people will finish me one day.
But someone.
Do you think there are relationship experiences that stunted your growth as an individual?
Oh yes. The ones that wasted my time.
Yeah.
Because like time is something you can never get
How
back.
did they stunt it? Were they telling you not to do your thing? Or this is an excuse?
I think the time that I spent on them.
You were spending too much time with them.
Too much time. And it led nowhere. And
But
there
why
was-
you?
can you imagine?
But are you
There's
saying
nothing
this
I
because
learned.
now you're past that relationship, and maybe at that time when you're spending time with them, you are very happy?
See, of course, I'm speaking with the privilege of hindsight in
Okay.
retrospect.
Okay.
So, but I'm saying, like, you wasted my time. You didn't teach me anything. There was absolutely nothing I got from you. Like, what was the point? What was the entire point of this relationship? So, in that sense, yeah. You?
Oh, definitely. There's so many relationships that stunted my growth, that we didn't go anywhere. We didn't share no values or that were similar. They didn't even know I was an artist. I mean, that was quite rude. If you look back, you know?
Like, it was really rude.
That
like,
was very, very rude. Like, maze tumetoa ngoma mpya
Rebecca. There was one called Rebecca.
Like, maze tumetoa ngoma mpya maze iko YouTube. Like, oh, you sing? Like, you know, that's
Oh, you sing?
that's a bit, wow, sing for me. I'm like, this is not how it works.
Wow, you learned something new.
This is not how it works, Maria. Crazy.
What are some of the growth stunts you have experienced personally and in your careers?
Growth?
Stunts.
You
Like a growth stunt. Like stagnate.
I think I'd say in my career in music especially is because I used to surround myself with people who didn't think the same. And by myself, I'm not talking just about the friends. I'm talking about the industry as a whole. Like we'd spend so much time together, but what's it to meet to Yana? Did you see my new car? Did you see how I killed the show? Did you see the people celebrated me? Did you see this? Did
That
you
was such a vain
It
place.
was one of the most toxic environments that I've ever been in.
Did you see
And let me
how
tell
people
you,
said hi to me?
yeah, did you see how people celebrated me? And for real, this guy, when he went on stage, the crowd went wild, you know. And when you went on
No.
stage, just like 6 people went wild, and it's because of your shoes. So
That was so toxic.
it was very toxic. It's still there, you know. And I realized I needed to change my whole environment if I need to grow in some areas.
Yeah.
Especially in my art.
I think for me, growth stunts would have to be like maybe YouTube. You know, I started YouTube a long time ago.
Tell us.
You know, the other days when I clocked 50K, I was like, what is this I've been doing?
Oh, for real?
Imagine.
I didn't know you umefika 50.
I said I'll tell you, then I decided not to.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, that was 50K. I'm at 42.7. I'm coming.
Congratulations.
I gain like
So I
500 subscribers a month. which
For
is
me,
bad.
for me, inconsistency really has stunted
Yeah.
that growth. But anywho,
But you've come a long way. Nowadays, you just keep doing even when it's not working
Yeah.
or not. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of you, especially for being part of the Joyride, and you've never like quit. Although like a lot of times unakwanga like
especially guys after season 2, episode 1, they were all so concerned I'll quit.
yeah. We were so worried. We had Barack. You were like, now what do we do now? And the way we've talked to so many clients.
You'd audition. You'd have to audition a new host.
Yeah, no, the Joyride can't be the same without you, man.
Okay.
So
How much has the fear of the unknown impacted your ability to grow?
how much was the... Nowadays, it doesn't as much. Nowadays, I'm used to, let's just flow with life.
Yeah. I think I've embraced also the fear of the
Yeah.
unknown, that you cannot control everything.
You can't.
Yeah.
Just do your best, do your part,
And then the rest.
and enjoy life while you're at it, man.
And also getting comfortable with that you won't know everything.
Oh, definitely.
And that's just how life
Yeah,
is.
and you won't be perfect. And a lot of times, once you get like ahead in life, you look back at the areas you've grown in, and you're like, "What? This was me," you know.
And I don't think you're always 100% sure of the outcome.
Oh,
you
definitely.
You can be 90% sure, but 100% sure.
100% is a lie. Is a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you
That's
so
it
much,
for growth.
guys, for watching today's episode. We have been discussing about growth. I hope you've learned a thing or two. We'd also want to learn from you. So let us know some of the areas that you have not grown. You have the desire to grow, but you've not grown at all in the comment section. And yeah, MKU, see you tomorrow. We are coming. The Joyride Creative Workshop is going to be there. So we need to see you there. We're going to be having an amazing time. You're going to have goodies as well from Dairyland, like this. And this is for everyone, you know. It's a deeper snack. Ice creams, yogurt. Na kuna mtu ata walk away with the
content creator
toolkit, which has
the gimbal, the microphones, and the ring light. You can't get me. You can't trick me.
Yeah. Make sure you subscribe, share this video, leave a comment. We appreciate you. Stay safe. God bless.
See you guys on the next one. Bye.